to Underrated Movies. I'm your guy, I'm your man, Mr. Alton Henry. And today I'm going to talk to you about another film that I believe is severely underrated. And it's a good time for anybody who wants a good action flick. Today I'm going to talk to you about The Last Stand, Arnold Schwarzenegger's 2013 action thriller directed by Kim Woo-jin, his first American feature film, South Korean director. The film also stars Johnny Knoxville and Louis Guzman. It's a story about a drug lord who escaped from prison, is driving across town, and a group of sheriffs are given intel information about this drug lord driving his way and possibly soon crossing paths with this guy. And the FBI informs the sheriff, the sheriff played by Arnold Schwarzenegger, and the FBI played by Forrest Whitaker, informs them that they must try to stop him. And this is actually a great film, great fun film for a good, action set piece. It was also the film that marks Arnold Schwarzenegger's return to cinemas over a 10-year hiatus after being governor of California. And this movie was a total blast. This was a great, fun action film, and I kind of like how it was directed. And I've seen this filmmaker's other work. I've seen he's done quite a few films, which he's probably one of my favorite South Korean filmmakers. I've seen The Age of Shadow. I've seen his Netflix original, which I think is one of the best anime adaptations, the Wolf Brigade, which I mentioned earlier on this channel. And then he also directed I Saw the Devil. What really intrigued me about this film, well, really, I like that it tried to keep some sort of like funness to it. And I don't know, like on my channel, I'll recommend a lot of more grittier stuff, but you know what? It was just nice seeing Schwarzenegger back on the big screen doing his thing. He plays a sheriff, but you know what? His character doesn't really. I mean, he's the star in it, but I like that these other characters are given time to shine with Louis Guzman, who's the comedic relief. Even Johnny Knoxville, there's a scene where he pulls out a sword ready to fight these guys. It's funny. It's hilarious. And Johnny Knoxville, man, jackass guy. Hard to believe from his time from being on that show, from Jackass to acting. This guy was a total blast for him in this movie. You can tell he had so much fun making this movie. He plays pretty much the weird, bizarre outcast of the townspeople, and somehow he is able to harvest a bunch of guns. I don't want to say harvest, but he's able to have a bunch of guns in his spot. A bunch of spot. And I remember the scene where like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Louis Guzman like, dude, how the heck did you get all these weapons? And they're like, yeah, we're gonna confiscate all this stuff after we're done here. It's hilarious. Forrest Whitaker plays the FBI agent who is tracking down the drug lord that escapes. And he has quite a few scenes in here that he's really kind of like the main lead towards the beginning, then it transfers to Arnold Schwarzenegger, and then the situation that Forrest Whitaker informs him that he probably might have to deal with. And he was great here too. Forrest Whitaker is always great in any film that he's in. Any film. The action is fun as heck. Bloody, brutal, and violent. That's how I like my action movies. Bloody, brutal, and violent. Cinematography is freaking amazing in this. No shaky cam, none of that. You see everything. There are quite a few. Like one of the best chase scenes I've seen in a long while is a chase scene in the cornfields where Schwarzenegger's chasing this guy in the cornfields, and I don't remember what the car was. It was like two like sports car, and it's suspenseful. There's moments in there where there's no music, and they're like chasing in there. One of the most suspenseful car chasing. So it's an underrated action sequence that doesn't really get talked about a lot. Underrated. And I get it, people may not been so a fan of Schwarzenegger when he came back because from unless it's Terminator, from really his movies, he hasn't had a successful return. And it doesn't surprise me if he's officially trained to retire, given his physicality. But it's disappointing because I mean, this film. I don't remember why I didn't see this movie in theaters, but I don't know. I don't think I saw it in theaters, but I know I rented it, and I thought, why did I not see this in theaters? Maybe it's that feeling where you judge a film before you see it, and it's like, nah, he's too old. He can't be doing that. And we watched the film, was surprisingly really good, really good. This is a fun action movie. Like when the action scenes happen, it's exciting. It is one of those action movies where it builds up more and more and more. So the action scenes from earlier in the movies are like start out small and they slowly start building up to a bigger action set piece, uh, where all the sheriffs pretty much hold the line of going after this bad guy and stopping him. Um, there's a fight scene towards the end. The CGI around it doesn't hold up. You can tell, it's a stage, but it's still enjoyable action movie. I highly recommend anybody that's looking for a good action film just to escape. The Last Stand. Have you seen it? Comment below. Let me know if you have, and let me know what is your favorite underrated movie.